Have you ever felt that the life you live is only a thin veil over something infinitely more real? I remember the first time I cracked through that illusion. It wasn't during a grand ceremony or on top of a mountain. It was in the simplest moment, staring at a single drop of water hanging from a leaf. In that instant, it was as if the entire universe revealed itself to me, and I realized we are being called beyond what the eyes can see. Today, you and I are about to step into a journey so profound, so shattering, that you will never look at your existence the same way again. They told us awakening would feel like bliss, but they didn't tell us about the shattering loneliness that comes first. One secret only the chosen ones experience is the deep cosmic isolation. When your soul begins to awaken, you no longer belong to the world you once loved. Friends feel like strangers. Family conversations become hollow echoes. Have you ever sat in a crowded room and felt completely invisible, as if your soul was already walking in another world? In those early days, I thought I was losing my mind. Your mind will resist. It will scream for the comfort of the familiar, but awakening demands the death of who you thought you were. And that death is not metaphorical. It is brutal. It is terrifying. It is real. You are not broken. You are being reforged into something the world cannot even name. Can you embrace the death of all you have known without clinging to the past?
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound insights.
As I wandered through this desert of isolation, something extraordinary happened. The first secret mystery unveiled itself. I began to hear the silent music of existence. It wasn't sound as we know it. It was a vibration, a hum woven into the very fabric of everything. Trees whispered ancient truths. Stones carried memories older than history. When you truly quiet the mind, you realize the universe has been speaking to you since the day you were born. Are you listening now? You will lose your identity piece by piece. That false self you spent years building, your name, your career, your ambitions, it will all feel like a costume you can no longer wear. And for a moment, you will feel naked and terrified. But what if that nakedness is the most authentic version of you? What if you are not the mask you wear, but the infinite awareness watching behind your own eyes? There was a night I will never forget. Sitting alone in complete darkness, I asked, who am I without my story? And in that abyss of not knowing, something answered not with words, but with a presence so vast, so loving, that I wept for hours. You are not your story. You are not your trauma. You are not even your triumphs. You are the eternal witness, the light that cannot be extinguished. Are you brave enough to meet yourself in the silence beyond all definitions? The second secret mystery is the awakening of sacred pain. Real awakening is not an escape from suffering. It is a deep dive into it. But something miraculous happens when you stop running from pain and turn to face it fully. Pain becomes a doorway. Suffering becomes sacred. Your wounds transform into portals through which divine light pours into the world. Can you find the courage to love your pain as a sacred teacher? I remember lying on the floor one night, feeling like my heart was breaking open, and a voice inside me said, "This is not the end. This is the beginning." Crying, shaking, I let it happen. I surrendered to the heartbreak, to the despair, to the overwhelming waves of grief. And in that surrender, I found a peace deeper than any happiness I had ever known. True peace is not the absence of pain, it is the presence of unconditional acceptance. The third secret mystery is the dance with the unknown. After awakening begins, certainty dies. You can no longer cling to fixed beliefs, rigid systems, or easy answers. Life becomes a vast ocean of mystery, and you, a humble sailor with no map. The mind hates this. It will fight to regain control, to categorize, to predict. But real awakening demands that you fall in love with the unknown. Are you willing to step into the void with no guarantee you will ever return? There were days when I doubted everything. Was I going crazy? Was this all just a dream? But every time I surrendered to the uncertainty, a new horizon opened before me. Life became poetry. Every breath was a miracle. Every moment was a portal to the infinite. The mystery is not a problem to be solved. It is a gift to be embraced. As you walk this path, you will encounter the fourth secret mystery, the appearance of the true teacher. This teacher may not look like a guru or a monk. It might be a beggar on the street, a sudden storm, a child's innocent question. The universe becomes your teacher, using every moment to guide you deeper into truth. But you must have eyes to see and ears to hear. Are you paying attention to the lessons life is whispering to you each day? I once met a homeless man who said a single sentence to me that changed my life forever. He looked into my soul and said, "You are not where you are what you are becoming." That one sentence shattered 1,000 false beliefs. The true teacher appears when the student is ready, but often in the form we least expect. Your ego will reject the form. Your soul will recognize the message. The fifth secret mystery is the phenomenon of sacred mirrors. As you awaken, you will begin to meet people who reflect your own inner states with uncanny precision. They are not random. They are mirrors, showing you aspects of yourself you have ignored, denied, or forgotten. Some will trigger your deepest wounds. Some will ignite your brightest potentials. Every encounter becomes a sacred opportunity for self-realization. Can you see yourself in the faces of those you love and those you despise? This mirror effect is not always comfortable. Sometimes it feels like betrayal, loss, or rage. But if you look deeper, you will see the divine orchestrating every meeting, every heartbreak, every reunion. Nothing is random. Everything is conspiring to wake you up. Even your enemies are holy messengers in disguise. As the journey deepens, you will experience the sixth secret mystery, timelessness. Ordinary time loses its grip on your perception. Minutes stretch into eternities. Days vanish in the blink of an eye. You begin to live in the eternal now, where past and future dissolve into a single, luminous presence. The mind struggles to comprehend this, but the heart knows it intuitively. Have you ever touched a moment so pure, so complete, that you wished it could last forever? I have sat in meditation, feeling as if lifetimes passed in a single breath. I have laughed until tears came, realizing that time was just a game we agreed to play. The real self is timeless. The awakened life is not lived in clock time, it is lived in soul time. Every moment becomes a doorway to the infinite. And finally, the seventh secret mystery, the birth of true compassion. As you awaken, you realize that every being is you in another form. Their pain is your pain. Their joy is your joy. Separation melts away, and you are left with a heart so vast it can hold the entire world. Compassion is not pity. It is not superiority. It is the recognition of your shared divinity with all existence. How would you treat others if you truly knew they were just another face of yourself? I used to think compassion was something I had to force, something I had to practice. But now I see true compassion arises naturally when the illusion of separation falls away. You don't have to try to love others. You are love, recognizing itself in every creature, every stone, every star. Love is not an emotion. It is the fundamental fabric of reality. The journey of awakening is not for the faint of heart. It demands everything you are and gives back more than you can imagine. It will break you open and rebuild you from stardust and silence. You will lose everything you thought mattered and find everything your soul has ever longed for. Are you ready to be shattered and remade by the fire of awakening? When we accept the call to awakening, we are not stepping onto a smooth path paved with light and song. No, we are plunging into a wild, chaotic river that will strip us of every illusion we ever held dear. I remember the terror of those early days, the feeling of being flung into the unknown without a map, without even a destination. You might feel that too, as if your life is being unraveled by invisible hands. But what if that unraveling is not destruction, but your liberation in disguise? The loneliness deepens before it heals. You will walk through a valley where no one can walk with you. Friends will not understand. Family might think you have lost your way. Even you will question your sanity. But in that sacred solitude, something extraordinary happens. You meet your own soul for the first time. Can you sit with yourself without distraction, without escape, and truly listen to what your deepest self has been whispering all along? Miracles do not announce themselves with trumpets. They arrive in the quiet moments when you are washing dishes, staring at the sky, or sitting in silence. One night, as I sat alone under a sky so vast it made me weep, I realized that the stars were not above me, they were within me. The entire cosmos was reflected in the still waters of my own awareness. You are not a small, insignificant creature lost in a vast universe. You are the universe, dreaming of itself. As the sacred pain deepens, you will find yourself purging lifetimes of grief, anger, and fear. These emotions are not your enemies. They are the guardians of your awakening. They are the locked doors you must open to access the treasure hidden within. Cry, scream, rage if you must, but do not turn away. Feel everything fully, fiercely, completely. What if your willingness to feel is the key to your ultimate liberation? You will learn that nothing real can be threatened, and nothing unreal can survive. The fire of truth will burn away every false belief, every lie you have told yourself. It will hurt. It will feel like losing your skin. But beneath all the shedding, you will discover a light so pure, so indestructible, that you will wonder how you ever forgot it. This light is who you have always been. Are you willing to endure the fire to remember your true self? The dance with the unknown takes on new dimensions as you go deeper. You stop needing to figure everything out. You stop demanding guarantees. You learn to trust the invisible currents of life, even when you cannot see where they are leading you. Every day becomes an act of surrender. Every breath becomes a prayer. Can you live from your heart even when your mind screams in fear? There is a moment every chosen one faces, the dark night of the soul. It is a time when all light seems to vanish, when even faith seems futile. You feel abandoned by the divine. You feel hollow, lost, broken beyond repair. But hear me now, this darkness is not your enemy. It is the womb of your rebirth. Will you have the courage to sit in the darkness until the light is born within you? I have sat in that darkness, trembling, begging for even a single spark of hope. And yet, when I finally stopped resisting, I discovered that the darkness itself was sacred. It was not absence, it was presence in its rawest form. It was the fertile soil from which true wisdom grows. The dark night is not a punishment. It is a sacred initiation. Would you dare to bless your darkest hour as the birthplace of your greatest light? Through the trials and the tears, the true teacher appears again and again. Sometimes disguised as a loss, sometimes as a betrayal, sometimes as a sudden insight that shatters your world. I learned that every heartbreak was a message. Every failure was a doorway. Every disappointment was a redirection toward my deeper destiny. What if everything you judged as wrong or bad in your life was actually a secret message from your soul? Sacred mirrors intensify. You begin to see that the people who trigger you the most are your greatest teachers. They reflect the shadows you have refused to see within yourself. And when you finally face those shadows, not with judgment but with compassion, you reclaim lost pieces of your own soul. Integration becomes the work of a lifetime. Are you willing to love the parts of yourself you were taught to hate? In moments of profound stillness, timelessness opens wider. You realize that you have never truly been born, and you will never truly die. You are the eternal awareness in which all experiences arise and dissolve. Birth, death, joy, sorrow, all of it is a dance of forms within the changeless reality of your being. Fear of death evaporates. Fear of life evaporates. What remains is pure, boundless freedom. I sat once by the bedside of a dying friend. As she took her last breath, I saw it clearly. She was not leaving. She was expanding beyond the limits of her body, her mind, her story. Death was not an end. It was a return to infinite light. And I knew then, with a certainty deeper than any belief, that we are already immortal. Can you live your life as if you are already free from death? True compassion becomes your natural state. You no longer love because you should, you love because you are love. You see yourself everywhere, in the laughter of a child, in the tears of a stranger, in the silence between words. You cannot help but reach out to heal, to bless, to uplift. Not because you seek reward, but because it is your nature. How would your life change if you saw every being as a mirror of your own sacred heart? I have seen miracles happen when compassion flowed freely. I have watched hardened hearts melt with a single act of kindness. I have felt the entire atmosphere of a room change with one genuine embrace. Compassion is not weak. It is the most powerful force in the universe. True strength is the ability to remain open-hearted in a world that has taught you to close off. The mysteries continue to unfold deeper and deeper. Awakening is not a destination. It is an endless journey into greater and greater intimacy with all that is. You become a living question, a walking prayer. There is no end to the unfolding. There is only deeper love, deeper truth, deeper surrender. Are you ready to live as an endless offering to the mystery? Each day becomes an adventure. Each moment becomes sacred. You find joy in the simple, the ordinary, the overlooked. You laugh more. You cry more. You live more fully, more vulnerably, more honestly. You are no longer trying to be special, to be recognized, to be successful. You are simply being radiant, raw, real. Trust becomes your default setting. You trust life even when it breaks you open. You trust the process even when you do not understand it. You trust yourself, not as an ego, but as a vessel of something vast and holy. Trust transforms fear into wonder. Trust turns every step into a sacred dance. Can you trust the unfolding of your life even when the road disappears beneath your feet? The world may not understand your journey. That's okay. You are not here to be understood. You are here to live, to awaken, to embody the love that you are. You are here to remember what the world has forgotten. You are here to shine without apology, to love without limit, to dance without fear. Will you dare to live your truth, even when it makes no sense to others? We, the chosen ones, are not better than others. We are simply those who have been chosen by the mystery itself to awaken, to remember, to embody a new way of being. It is not a privilege, it is a sacred responsibility. It is a call to humility, to service, to relentless honesty. It is a path of radical love, radical courage, radical surrender. Are you willing to answer the call? This is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of a new way of living, a new way of seeing, a new way of loving. Awakening is not a prize you win. It is a gift you are entrusted with. And with that gift comes a question. How will you serve the world with the light you have found? Close your eyes now. Feel the breath moving through your body. Feel the heartbeat echoing in your chest. Feel the vastness that holds all of it. You are not separate from life. You are not separate from love. You are home. You have always been home. When the illusions fall away and you stand naked before the mystery, something astonishing happens. You stop seeking. You stop striving. You realize that everything you ever longed for is already here, already within you. The frantic chase for meaning, for purpose, for validation, it all dissolves into a quiet, boundless now. Can you imagine living a life where nothing is missing, where every breath is a blessing, even the painful ones? You begin to see that life is not happening to you. Life is happening as you. Every gust of wind, every smile from a stranger, every tear that falls is your own heart speaking back to you. The universe is not somewhere out there. It is in your eyes, your voice, your touch. You are not on a journey to reach something. You are the journey itself unfolding. What if you could trust that every step you take is already perfect, even if you can't yet see the destination? In the early stages, the mind will rebel against this simplicity. It will insist that awakening must be grand, dramatic, filled with fireworks and visions. But the deeper truth is more subtle, more intimate. Awakening is the rediscovery of the sacred in the mundane. Washing dishes becomes a meditation. Walking down the street becomes a pilgrimage. Loving someone becomes an act of worship. How would your life change if you treated every moment as holy? And yet, there will be cycles. After moments of clarity, confusion may return. After deep peace, old fears may resurface. This is not failure. This is the rhythm of awakening. Like the tides of the ocean, your consciousness ebbs and flows, deepens and rises. The key is not to cling to the highs or resist the lows, but to trust the dance itself. Are you willing to dance with life, even when the music changes? There comes a time when you realize that even awakening is just another concept, another layer of the dream. True freedom is beyond all labels, all identities, even the identity of being awakened. You are not an awakened being. You are being itself, awake to its own eternal presence. You are not becoming something, you are remembering what you have always been. Can you let go of even the need to be someone special and simply be? When you release the need to be anything other than what you are, a profound peace arises. It is not the peace of perfect circumstances, but the peace of perfect acceptance. You are still human. You still feel joy, sadness, anger, delight. But now, emotions flow through you without sticking, like water through open hands. You no longer fight life, you move with it. What if peace isn't about controlling your life, but surrendering to its natural flow? The deeper you go, the more you realize that love is not something you do, it is what you are. You stop trying to love and allow love to express itself through you. Love without condition. Love without expectation. Love without fear. Every being you meet is another opportunity to recognize yourself in a different form. Have you ever looked into the eyes of a stranger and seen the entire universe staring back at you? The sacred mirrors grow clearer, sharper. You no longer blame others for your pain. You see that every trigger, every wound, every heartbreak is an invitation to heal deeper layers of yourself. You become less reactive, more compassionate. You stop trying to change others and focus instead on transforming your own consciousness. In doing so, you change the world around you effortlessly. Are you willing to take full responsibility for your inner world? At some point, you stop asking, "When will I arrive?" and start living as if you are already home. Because you are. This moment is not a stepping stone to something better. It is the destination itself. Every breath is the fulfillment of your purpose. Every heartbeat is a confirmation that you belong. Can you live your life as if you are already exactly where you are meant to be? You will still face challenges. Enlightenment does not exempt you from the storms of life. But now you face them differently. You do not run. You do not hide. You stand in the center of the storm, anchored in the unshakable presence of your true self. Fear may knock at your door, but it no longer owns you. Pain may visit, but it does not define you. What if your invincibility lies not in avoiding pain, but in embracing it fully? The world may continue its madness. Wars may rage, injustice may persist, chaos may swirl. But you are no longer lost in it. You become a lighthouse amidst the storm, a silent witness, a loving presence. Your mere existence becomes a blessing to the world. Without needing to preach, without needing to convert, you radiate a silent transmission of peace, love, and truth. Would you be willing to be a beacon of light in a world that has forgotten its own brilliance? You realize that service is not a duty but a joy. You serve not because you have to, but because you cannot help it. Your heart overflows, and that overflow blesses everyone you meet. Service becomes as natural as breathing. Helping others is not a burden. It is the most exquisite privilege. How would your life shift if you saw every act of kindness, no matter how small, as an offering to the divine? In the deep silence of your own being, you discover that there is no separation between prayer, meditation, and living. Every action becomes a prayer. Every thought becomes a meditation. Every breath becomes a hymn of thanksgiving. Life itself becomes your spiritual practice. Can you live your life as a continuous prayer, a ceaseless song of gratitude? You come to see that there is no final arrival, no ultimate achievement. Awakening is infinite. Just as love has no boundary, no end, so too does consciousness expand forever. Every realization is the beginning of a deeper mystery. Every insight opens the door to greater wonder. Are you willing to walk forever deeper into the infinite mystery without needing to grasp it, own it, or define it? We, the chosen ones, are not here to escape the world. We are here to embody heaven within it. We are here to remember the sacred in every leaf, every smile, every tear. We are here to live fully, love fiercely, and give freely. We are here to be the living answer to the world's deepest prayer. Can you feel the call rising within your own heart? You are not here by accident. You are not listening to these words by chance. Your soul recognized the truth even before your mind could grasp it. You are part of a great awakening, a silent revolution of love and awareness sweeping through the world. You are a torchbearer, a bridge between worlds, a living reminder of what we have forgotten. Are you ready to fully claim who you are? In the end, there is only love. Not the fleeting emotion we often mistake for love, but the vast, all-encompassing presence that holds everything. Love is what you are made of. Love is where you come from. Love is where you are going. Everything else is just a temporary forgetting. Will you remember now? Close your eyes once more. Feel the pulse of life within you. Feel the vastness that holds you. Feel the love that breathes you into existence every moment. You are not separate. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are the miracle you have been searching for. Thank you for walking this path with me. Thank you for being a living flame of love in a world that desperately needs your light. May you continue to awaken deeper, love wider, and shine brighter than you ever thought possible. The journey is endless, and the destination is now. I love you. I see you. I honor the divine within you that is awakening, shining, and rising. Welcome home,